we've got an unexpected video here for the channel today.
Running real hot right now.
We're going to be working on the 2017 Jeep Wrangler, which is my girlfriend's Jeep. While we were out at the store, it began to overheat. And that can be for a number of different issues. It might be a thermostat problem, it might be a water pump issue, or it might be a larger radiator issue.
We are going to have to try and nurse this slowly home so it doesn't overheat. And then once we get our home, I'll have to diagnose the problem. I think it's the thermostat, but we don't know.
Of course, an overheating engine is absolutely not ideal, and so we wanted to get the vehicle home as fast as possible. That would allow me to diagnose the issue and then hopefully get it fixed ASAP.
So we've already done a little bit of research, and this car does have a little bit of a history of some thermostat problems. And if the thermostat is not opening and closing properly, then it's going to stop the flow of the coolant, which would obviously mean that it would then overheat. What we're going to do is we're going to turn the car on. We're going to whack the heat with no AC all the way up to try and help with the cooling a little bit. And then we're just going to take it slowly. If we need to stop, pull over and let it cool down and get there, but we really don't want to have any situation where it overheats.
As we were driving home, we were constantly balancing to see whether we could keep the car cool. We would drive it for a little bit, it would overheat, but at idle, the vehicle still seemed to be able to hold its temperature. So we were about 10 minutes from our house, and we were constantly playing this game between whether we can keep the vehicle cool or whether it will overheat.
Uh-oh.
It seemed that as we drove the car and it was under load, it would overheat. But as soon as we were sat at idle, at traffic lights for example, the vehicle was able to hold temperature.
I've been driving for about 5 minutes now. She's doing fine. I even turned the fan off and the engine fans are not on at all, which was happening a lot previously. So the problem may have fixed itself. It might have been like a sticky thermostat or something that might have been the issue that's just somehow corrected itself.
So something couldn't keep up with the vehicle as it was driving.
All right, so it's just starting to get quite hot. So it isn't fixed, unfortunately. We're just gonna keep her cruising for a second, keep the airflow over the engine, see if it corrects itself. We're still at the freaking lights and they're not changing. It needs to hurry up. The car does seem to be holding temp when we're idle though, so we're okay right now. But the fans are working really hard, but it should change any second. Okay, here we go. All right, so we're just pulling into the house. It's holding temp right now, thank goodness. So we're just pulling up.
Finally, we were able to get the vehicle home all safe and park it up for the night. That evening, I ordered the part that I thought it thermostat. I thought that that might be the problem because if it was getting stuck closed, it would be preventing the flow of the coolant around the engine, causing it to overheat. And I thought that maybe when the water pressure increased from the water pump, as I accelerated, that it was forcing that thermostat to close. And when we were sat at idle, it was allowing it to be open under less pressure, allowing the flow and allowing the car to cool down. So it was time to get started on fixing this thermostat. So we ordered from Auto Parts off Amazon for the Jeep. We've got all of our coolant down here. We've got our thermostat. Let's get to work on changing it out. In order to do it, you've got to take off the top intake hose, which is relatively easy to do, a couple of ring clips and a couple of 10mm bolts, and it is off. After that, you need to disconnect the hose, which is very difficult when you don't quite have the right tools. The intake hose is officially off. So now we should have a bit of a better look here at the thermostat. So after taking off the hose, we're able to unscrew the old thermostat and remove it. Okay, so here it is. Bit of a waterfall. Whoa! So that took me a minute to do, and coolant did go everywhere. You're meant to drain the coolant as you do these sorts of jobs, but the coolant has just been replaced and I didn't feel the need to have to go and buy a bunch of coolant to then replace it all again. Now the OEM thermostats from GM are these plastic thermostats and they're known to go bad. People have even reported them going bad after about 80,000 miles, which is crazy for a vehicle like this. However, this Jeep is at over 100,000 miles at this point, so potentially would expect it to go. I ordered a new aluminium thermostat, which is supposed to be a little bit more durable. After we got the new thermostat on and reconnected the hose, I needed to top off the coolant from the stuff that we'd lost as we'd taken off the thermostat, and it was time to take it on its first test drive. We were going to drive it about half a mile down the road to go and drop off a package for Brooke's clothing brand, Primrose by Brooke. You can go to it in the link in the description and check out her clothing brand. If you have a present for a friend or a loved one, it's the perfect place to go.
All right, it's officially test time. I'm gonna check the coolant level once we start it up, see where it sits at. We might need to put a little bit more in, and hopefully it is all good news from the Jeep. So far, so good. Okay, she's been running for a good bit right now. All right, let's take her for a drive, get some heat in her. Let's see how she does.
As we set off, everything seemed excellent.
Now we're officially up to operating temp. As you guys will see at the start of this video, it was doing that and then it was just getting real hot. Right now, everything seems to be golden.
We seem to have resolved the issue and there was absolutely no problems with the vehicle. No overheating, nothing like that. As we arrived at the post office, I switched the vehicle off, took the package in, and it was time for the real test. Were we going to be able to maintain a low temperature on the vehicle for the drive home? Well, everything seemed excellent. We got home, no problems at all, no fans kicking on, and absolutely no overheating. We'd fixed the problem. Thank goodness. It was the first time on this channel that we've actually fixed a vehicle.
It is official. This is the...
At the time of filming that outro, I thought that we had successfully repaired the vehicle, but driving it afterwards, unfortunately, we realized it is not fixed. So some more parts are on the way and we'll do another update video soon of us fixing this Jeep. Subscribe to see more videos just like this one. If you haven't already, then subscribe to this channel. It helps me out a ton. And you can follow along with the journey of all of the different vehicles that we're working on. We'll see you in the next video. Peace.